In the vastness of space over 4.5 billion years ago, a swirling cloud of gas and dust began to collapse. This cosmic dance led to the birth of our home planet, Earth. It all started with tiny particles clumping together, forming larger and larger rocks. Imagine the chaos as these rocks collided, growing into a planet-sized mass. As Earth grew, it became a molten ball of fire, a far cry from the blue and green planet we know today. The surface was covered with oceans of lava, and the atmosphere was a thick, toxic soup. But amidst this fiery chaos, something remarkable was happening. As millions of years passed, Earth's surface began to cool. The lava ocean solidified, forming a rocky crust. Water vapor in the atmosphere condensed and fell as rain, filling the basins and creating the first oceans. These ancient seas were unlike anything we see today. Imagine the first drops of rain hitting the hot ground, creating steam and mist. This was a time of great transformation as the planet's surface began to take shape. The early oceans were a murky mix of chemicals, but they held the potential for something extraordinary. In these primordial waters, the building blocks of life began to form. Simple molecules combined to create complex compounds, eventually leading to the first living organisms. These microscopic life forms, like tiny bacteria, were the pioneers of life on Earth. These early organisms thrived in a world without oxygen, using chemicals like hydrogen sulfide for energy. They lived in the dark depths of the oceans, around hydrothermal vents where hot water spewed from the ocean floor. It was a harsh environment, but life found a way. As these simple organisms spread, some developed the ability to photosynthesize. They used sunlight to produce energy, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This process slowly transformed the Earth's atmosphere, filling it with oxygen and paving the way for more complex life forms. This change wasn't immediate. It took millions of years for oxygen levels to rise. But when they did, it led to one of the most significant events in Earth's history, the Great Oxidation Event. This event brought about a dramatic shift in the planet's environment, allowing for new types of life to evolve. With the rise of oxygen, more complex life forms began to emerge. The oceans became teeming with life, from tiny plankton to large predatory fish. This period, known as the Cambrian explosion, saw an incredible diversification of life forms, many of which were unlike anything we see today. Fish, in particular, began to dominate the seas. They evolved various forms and sizes, adapting to different environments. Some developed strong jaws and sharp teeth, becoming formidable hunters. This was the age of fishes, where life in the oceans flourished. While life thrived in the oceans, the land remained barren and lifeless. That changed when the first plants began to colonize the land. These early plants were simple and small, but they played a crucial role in transforming the Earth's surface. As plants spread, they began to produce more oxygen and stabilize the soil. This paved the way for more complex plants and eventually, animals to move onto land. The greening of the land was a monumental step in Earth's history, setting the stage for the next great adventure. As plants and animals adapted to life on land, a new era dawned, the age of dinosaurs. These magnificent creatures roamed the Earth for millions of years, evolving into a wide variety of shapes and sizes. From the towering Brachiosaurus to the fierce Tyrannosaurus rex, dinosaurs dominated the land. The dinosaurs lived in diverse environments, from lush forests to arid deserts. They were the masters of their world, thriving in a time when the climate was warmer and sea levels were higher. It's fascinating to imagine what life was like during this incredible era. The reign of the dinosaurs came to a dramatic end around 65 million years ago. A massive asteroid impact, combined with volcanic activity and climate change, led to a mass extinction event. The impact created a huge crater and threw up dust and debris, blocking out sunlight. This event caused a sudden and severe change in the climate, leading to the extinction of most dinosaur species. It's a reminder of how fragile life on Earth can be and how sudden changes can alter the course of history. But from this devastation, new life forms would rise, With the dinosaurs gone, mammals began to thrive. These warm-blooded animals had been around for millions of years but were mostly small and nocturnal. After the extinction event, they diversified and filled the ecological niches left vacant by the dinosaurs. Mammals evolved into various forms, from small insect eaters to large herbivores and predators. They developed unique adaptations, like fur for insulation and complex teeth for chewing. This period marked the rise of mammals, setting the stage for the emergence of humanity. Among the mammals, a new species began to emerge: early humans. These ancestors of ours evolved in Africa, developing traits like larger brains and the ability to walk upright. They were hunters and gatherers, living in harmony with nature and adapting to their environment. Early humans used simple tools and learned to control fire, which allowed them to cook food and stay warm. They lived in small groups and began to develop language and culture. These early steps laid the foundation for the complex societies we have today. Over time, early humans began to migrate out of Africa, spreading across the globe. They encountered different environments and adapted to new challenges. This great migration led to the development of diverse cultures and civilizations. As humans spread, they domesticated plants and animals, leading to the agricultural revolution. This allowed them to settle in one place and build communities. The invention of farming was a turning point in human history, leading to the rise of cities and civilizations. With the advent of agriculture, human societies grew in complexity. Ancient civilizations like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley flourished. They developed writing, built monumental structures, and made advances in science and art. These civilizations left a lasting impact on the world, with their contributions to culture, technology, and knowledge. They built great cities and traded with distant lands. It's fascinating to think about how these early societies laid the groundwork for the modern world. As civilizations grew, so did the desire to explore and discover new lands. The age of exploration saw brave explorers set sail across uncharted seas, discovering new continents and expanding their knowledge of the world. This era brought great change as cultures met and mingled, sometimes with conflict, other times with cooperation. The exchange of goods, ideas, and technology had a profound impact on global history, shaping the world we live in today. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point in human history. It brought about rapid technological advancements and transformed economies and societies. Factories sprung up, cities expanded, and new inventions changed the way people lived and worked. This era also had its challenges, including harsh working conditions and environmental degradation. But it also paved the way for modern conveniences and innovations that we often take for granted today, like electricity and modern transportation. The modern era has seen unprecedented changes and advancements. From the invention of the internet to space exploration, humanity has continued to push the boundaries of what is possible. We live in an interconnected world with access to information and technology like never before. But with these advancements come new challenges, such as climate change and inequality. As we look to the future, it's important to remember the lessons of the past and work towards a sustainable and equitable world for all. As we reflect on the history of Earth, we see a planet that has undergone incredible transformations. From a fiery ball of rock to a vibrant world teeming with life, Earth's journey is a testament to the power of change and resilience. Humanity is a part of this ongoing story, and our actions today will shape the future of our planet. Let's cherish this beautiful world, protect its wonders, and continue to explore and discover all that it has to offer.